Call. Interpreter. Call.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jaime Sotomayor, certified federal interpreter, already sworn. 1 second while I connect to the headphones.
Okay.
Sí, te escucho.
The interpreter is connected. Your Honor, well, I can't see you. What's your name?
Shoemaker.
Shoemaker. Okay, thank you, Your Honor. We're ready.
I gotta find Dela Cruz. Okay, what is your name?
José de la Cruz, Patistán. Patistán, mi segundo apellido.
It's Jose de la Cruz Batistan. My second surname is Batistan.
Okay, you have a charge of violation of probation. Indicates you're on probation for driving under the influence. You picked up a new charge of driving under the influence. There's currently no bond on the violation of probation. Do you need a lawyer appointed?
Dijo que no tengo fianza.
You said there is no bond?
There's no bond at this time. You need a lawyer appointed?
Sí, está bien.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, we'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office.
Your Honor,
Yes?
may we enter a denial and get a court date on this?
Yes.
Division 84 VOP status hearing will be December 17th at 8:30 a.m. Courtroom 4B.
Your Honor, the interpreter needs the case number.
Here. 2021 CT 855AO.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, was that our only Spanish? All right, we got one more Spanish. Okay.
No, I don't.
Right.
You can put the headphones on. It's okay.
Yep.
I'll do most of the talking.
You have Darwin Romero.
Yes, Your Honor. Joseph Knapp on behalf of Mr. Romero Segura.
All right, he has a violation of probation and then a no valid and resisting charge.
Yes, Your Honor. We have no issue with the probable cause on the new charge. I do need the case number, though, for the new charge. I couldn't find that in the system today.
There's a misdemeanor and a traffic. You need both of them. Are you on those cases?
I'm going to be, yeah, but I couldn't file it because I didn't have a case number. Is it going to, oh, do they break them apart because of the,
Yeah, it's 2021 CT 7586 AO, and then the resisting is the 2021 MM 8106 AO.
thank you. As far as the violation of probation warrant and affidavit, Your Honor, the request to be heard on bond if possible this morning.
What did the judge set? No bond?
I didn't see a no bond on the warrant. I didn't know if it was subject to change at initial appearance.
It is no bond.
It's a no bond.
You'll have to see that judge that set that.
Okay.
And we'll stay the bonds on the no valid and the resisting. Okay. Yes, will be a denial of the VOP, and you want a date.
I'd ask to leave it set for VOP arraignment here at the jail, I think, next week, if we can. Doesn't it go to 11/23? Yeah, I'd like to leave it set for that. Thank you, sir. Have a great morning.
Yep. Okay, that's it for the interpreter cases. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Okay, what is your name?
Roger Lamar Chambers.
Okay, you have a charge of aggravated battery. Do you need the public defender appointed?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll appoint that office for you. What does it tell me? Let's see. Does it tell me where the bond is on here anywhere? It's domestic. Doesn't say domestic. Okay, so this is a aggravated battery domestic. So we need to address the bond issue. And there's not a victim here?
No, Your Honor.
All right, well, we'll order no contact with the victim. And I will set bond at $2,500. Anything from the state?
Your Honor, are you going to order separate residences or a one-time return for Mr. Chambers to retrieve any items he has from the location?
Does he need to return?
I believe they were residing as a family unit.
Okay. Do you have items you need to return to pick up?
Yes, sir, but my mother be over there every day. She can get them. I don't have to go back there.
Okay, so we'll order you not to return there except one time with law enforcement to pick up your personal items.
Your Honor, state would also request no weapons, firearms, or ammunition.
This is a cane, right?
I'm sorry? Yes, sir.
All right, so you're not to possess any weapons or firearms or ammunition, okay?
Sure.
All right. All right, what is your name? All right, you have aggravated assault, reckless driving, and no registration. Do you need a public defender appointed?
Yes.
All right, so we'll appoint that office for you. And no victim here.
No, Your Honor.
So at this point, we're going to order no contact with the victim. You're not to go to his residence. You have items at his residence you need to pick up?
No.
Okay. All right, I will set bond at $3,500. Anything from the state?
Not on that case, Your Honor. However, she does have another case.
You what?
Not on the ag assault, Your Honor, but she does have another case for reckless driving and no motor vehicle registration.
Right. Did those come in with bonds or not? Okay, so those bonds will be stayed on the reckless driving and the no registration. Public defenders appointed. Okay, your name?
DShay register.
This is an aggravated battery. And you want the public defender appointed?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll appoint that office for you.
Your Honor,
Yes?
may I be heard on probable cause? I know you announced earlier you found probable cause on all cases, but could I still be heard on that?
Certainly.
According to the four corners of the affidavit, I don't see any facts that Mr. Register knew or should have known that the alleged victim was pregnant. I believe she was interviewed as saying she was 3.5 months pregnant. But as to knowledge of that pregnancy, I don't see any facts that the affidavit suggested Mr. Register knew of the pregnancy or should have known. Therefore, I wouldn't have you find PC on aggravated battery of a pregnant person.
Right?
Your Honor, the standard is that he knew or should have known. The allegations within the affidavit is that she was approximately 3.5 months pregnant, which at that point she would be beginning to show. And they dated for approximately 6.5 months and then broke up 2 weeks prior. So she would have been at least 3 months pregnant by the time that they broke up. The standard is knew or should have known. State contends that he should have known due to the proximity of their dating and how far along she was pregnant-wise. So the state believes there's enough for PC. Arguably, there would not be enough for beyond a reasonable doubt at a later time, but given that the PC standard is incredibly low, state contends that he knew or should have known.
Yeah, I agree with the state on that. I think it's reasonable. He knew or should have known. So we're going to order no contact with the victim. Now, they were not residing together, right?
I do not believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. So no contact with the victim. Set your bond at $3,000.
Are you ordering a no return?
Did this happen? Where did this happen?
I believe it happened at the victim's residence.
Okay. Yes, so you'll, not return to the victim's residence. And again, no contact with the victim.
He also has an out on bond case, Your Honor.
Oh, he's out on bond?
Yes, also for an ag bat on a pregnant person.
Have that?
At this time, state's requesting that you revoke that bond.
Okay, I was unaware of that. Parents. Minor. Okay, so this case is the 14800, and he was out on 11530. Okay. I'm just getting used to this paperwork, so. Okay, so,
Your Honor.
I believe we just had a victim arrive, Your Honor.
is that? Victims here? Okay. Want to swear her in?
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Kamish, Liafortune.
Okay.
May I inquire?
Mhm.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you please state your relationship to Mr. Register?
He's my ex-boyfriend.
Are you afraid of him?
No,
Has anything like this ever happened before?
yes,
Approximately how long ago would you say the last time was?
couple weeks.
If anything like this or anything more severe ever occurred in the future, would you feel comfortable calling 911?
No,
So if you felt threatened in the future, you would not call 911?
yes, I would.
And do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
Yes,
And do you believe drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
no,
Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the court?
no.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything from defense?
No questions from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I'm still ordering no contact. I'm going to revoke the bond in the 11530 AO case and order no contact there as well. Right, your name?
My name is Chet Rosenfeld.
You have a domestic battery charge along with a threat to do bodily harm. And let's see, there's not a victim here. And he qualifies for pretrial release
He does.
in state.
Your Honor, state has no objection to PTR given that he otherwise qualifies for it. However, subject to 907.041, state would ask for bond with PTR.
So I'm having a problem here with this air conditioner running. So you're agreeing to PTR?
Your Honor, state is asking for bond with PTR, given that that DV is one of the dangerous crimes enumerated in 907.041. You can't be released on solely non-monetary bond. So state's asking for a bond in conjunction with PTR.
Okay. All right, I'll set bond at $1,500.
Is that on count one?
Yes. And an additional $500 on count two. No contact with the victim.
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that in
Not
conjunction
to
with
return to
pretrial?
her residence.
I'm sorry.
Not to return to her residence.
That's correct. Am I allowed to ask a question?
You need a public defender appointed.
You want public defender?
And Your Honor, is that with pretrial?
He doesn't have any history, right?
No, he doesn't.
Your Honor, coupled with that no return, can he have a one-time return with law enforcement to pick up any belongings?
Yes. So you need a public defender officially appointed for you at this point?
Public defender officially appointed.
Yes. That's fine. Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll appoint the public defender's office. So you can return one time with law enforcement only to pick up your personal items and no contact with the victim.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
And this is not pretrial release, just straight release on the bond. All right, what is your name?
Sebastian Barreto, Your Honor.
All right, you are on a battery domestic violence charge. And you need the public defender appointed? You need the public defender?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll appoint that office for you. And it says he qualifies for pretrial release
Yes.
in state?
State has no objection, Your Honor, with the lower monetary bond. I believe the alleged victim in the case was his mother, that I do believe they were sharing a residence.
Say that again?
I believe the alleged victim was his mother, and they were sharing the residence.
We're going to order, she's not here. We're going to order no contact with the victim, separate residence. You may return once to pick up your personal items with a law enforcement officer. We'll set a bond at $1,000. Case number? Do I need to scan this? Is that what it is? This is 2021 MM 8096AO. All right, anything else from anybody?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What is your name?
Lamar's Floyd.
Lloyd. All right, this is a domestic battery charge. You need the public defender appointed.
Yes.
All right, we'll appoint that office for you. No victim here, so we'll order no contact with a victim, separate residence. You may return one time with law enforcement to pick up personal items.
She doesn't live there anymore.
Okay, well. Is that your residence?
That's my residence. She doesn't. She moved out.
Well, state probably is not aware of that, or?
No, Your Honor. State would ask that you maintain the order of separate residence and one-time return. I believe the no contact order says if she's not there, he can live there. However, if she is, he cannot. And since we don't have anything on record saying that she has left, I ask that you say that at this time, which could be modified at a later time if needed.
She indicated in the statement she was moving that night, but we don't know that she's totally out of there. Okay, so I'm going to order you not to return there except one time to pick up personal items. Your attorney or the public defender's office can file a motion to modify that if she's in fact moved.
Your Honor, state's also at this time going to request no contact with the witnesses. I do believe there's a 7-year-old child who was present and witnessed the incident. I'm unsure based off the affidavit if DCF was called. they should have been due to being a mandatory reporting requirement. However, it's not stated within the affidavit.
All right, so you'll contact, department to let them know, or you'll contact law enforcement to have them contact the department, or
I'm sorry?
you're gonna contact the department?
I'll contact the law enforcement officer to make sure that DCF was
Okay.
reported to. Stacia's asking for no contact with a witness, Essence Floyd, at this time, due to being a witness in this case.
Does the child reside with her?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll just order no contact with the child as well.
Your Honor, may it be heard on the no return?
Go ahead.
You ordered no return until a change in order.
Right.
There was a good faith argument that she was moving out. It is in the arrest affidavit and her interview with law enforcement. I would just be amiss to have our client not be able to return home until another court hearing, which may be weeks, if she isn't going to be there. The separate residence order, I think, is sufficient so that if he does return and she's there, he knows not to return, except with that one-time return with law enforcement. If she's not there, he can return home and resume his residency.
Of course, the problem is if she is there and he returns, then there's a problem.
Yeah, absolutely, Your Honor. I'm just, if he abides by the no contact order, he would, turn around and go the other way if she was still there, and he'd be able to call law enforcement and pick up those few belongings. But if she's not there, he is able to.
Well, what if he's there and she walks in? There's the problem.
If she's no longer living there and her name's not on the lease, he does have property rights to change the locks and refuse entry as the owner of or renter of the property. I have advised the client that if she does try to return, he needs to leave as soon as possible as well, go somewhere else to abide by the no contact order the court has ordered.
Wait, what is your position?
Your Honor, I believe a separate residence and a one-time return may be sufficient due to the victim's statement that she was moving out. If he does return one time with law enforcement to get his items and see she's there, he'll have to abide by that no contact and not go back. As long as he understands that he cannot go to the residence except with law enforcement the first time he goes to ensure that she has in fact left, as this court does not have jurisdiction over her to make her leave.
I don't know how to handle that other than order no return until there's a motion.
But he's still allowed the one time with law enforcement.
Yeah. This will probably come to my division. I'm the domestic violence judge, so
Yes, Your Honor.
you can get a motion to me, call my JA, and I'll tell her to set it immediately.
Yes, Your Honor.
So. And set the bond at $1,000. So there's no return there without law enforcement.
Okay, so
Soon as-
when I bound up there, I just called them to go with me there?
Yes, get a hold of law enforcement, they'll meet you there. And then get a hold of your attorney and have them file the motion and give the state some time to see if she's there or not, I guess. So.
Okay, I think I understand. I'll contact them.
All right, what is your name? What is your name?
Dia Gregory.
Do I need to put the case number on all of them on the record? Okay. 2021 MM 8094AO. It's a battery domestic violence, and we'll appoint the public defender's office. Is that what you want? Public defender to represent you?
Yes.
Okay. And there's not much of any history, qualifies for pretrial release. So we'll order no contact with the victim. Separate residence, may return one time to pick up personal items. Bond of $1,000. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. No PTR. Okay, what is your name?
Ravi Iyer.
All right, it's 2021 MM 8101AO. It's a battery domestic violence. Did you want the public defender appointed?
No, sir. I would like one.
Sure. You sure?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll appoint the public defender's office. It's a battery domestic violence. And we'll order no contact with the victim. She's not here, it looks like. Separate residence. You may return to the residence one time to pick up any personal items with law enforcement. And we'll set bond at $1,000. Anything else?
What was the bond amount, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
1,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, what is your name?
Nisha Johnson?
Okay. Did you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll appoint that office for you. And this is a charge of battery domestic violence. And let's see, we have a witness or a victim here. What is your name?
First name Diamond, last name King.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to,
First name Diamond, last name King.
Okay.
do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
May I inquire?
You may.
Good morning, Mr. King. What is your relationship to Miss Johnson?
That's my girlfriend, miss.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
In the past, yeah, but it's only when she's mad, you know. So she needs to work on her anger.
So you had
I
prior.
didn't hear what he said.
Can you please
I
repeat?
said, yeah, in the beginning, yes, and she needs to work on her anger because anger is not the key, and she needs to work on that.
Okay.
So you have had prior incidences that turned physical?
Excuse me?
You have had prior incidences that turned physical?
Meaning to?
Such as this incident?
Yeah.
You had arguments?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
No.
And do you want to have contact with her while this case is pending? Do you want to have contact with her while this case is pending?
Yeah, it's fine.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the court?
No, just she needs to work on her anger.
Understood. That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, do you two reside together?
Yeah.
So you want her to reside with you?
Yes, sir. That's fine.
Okay, so the public defender is appointed. We'll order you to have no hostile contact with the victim.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so no cussing at him, no yelling at him, Certainly don't touch him against his will, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you get mad or angry, just get up and leave until you cool off. All right, I'll set bond at $100.
Your Honor, the only other condition the state would ask for was to comply with any orders from DCF. DCF was contacted.
Okay, so if DCF orders anything, you must comply with their orders as well. Anything else, sir?
No, but only thing that they have at the moment for the both of us to do is a 4-hour parenting class that we both need to do. So once she's released, we'll get on top of that.
Okay,
That's
all right.
pretty much it.
Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome, sir. Have a nice day, okay?
All right, what is your name?
Christopher Suarez.
All right, 2021 MM8099AO. Not a victim here, and this is a battery domestic violence. And you want the public defender appointed?
Yes, please.
All right, we'll appoint that office for you. So we'll order no contact with the victim. Separate residence, no return except one time with law enforcement to pick up any personal items. And I will set bond at $1,000.
Miss Davis, do we know if there's been a VOP, anything yet? No? Thank you.
Nothing. Okay, what is your name?
Randy Vincent.
All right, this is 2021 MM8095AO. You want the public defender appointed?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll appoint that office for you. Order no contact with the victim, separate residence. You may return to pick up any personal items with law enforcement. And a bond of $1,000. Anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, what is your name?
Tyrone Johnson, Your Honor.
Okay. This is out of Seminole County, violation of probation. And there's no bond. Okay. We'll temporarily appoint the public defender here for you until they pick you up for Seminole County. And he has nothing here? Nothing, okay.
Yo, call.
You said, did he have anything here?
Right.
Like, is he here on Orange County cases?
Right.
He is, on the battery domestic.
But it doesn't need to be seen
He's
today.
not, oh, yeah, but.
Not for
he's already
today.
been seen on-
Not for today. Okay. Okay, that's all, sir.
Mr. Robinson is POC.
He's what? He's on loan? Okay. All right. What is your name?
Tiffany Rogers.
Tiffany Rogers. I put that over there already? I thought so. Okay, you have a warrant out of Pasco County. Failed to redeliver a hired vehicle. Is there a bond on that? Where does it tell me bond? I don't see that. Did you know if there's one? There is. $2,500 bond. And we'll temporarily appoint the public defender's office until you're either released or sent back to Pasco County.
Okay. Bond has been posted. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Your name?
Michael Todd.
Mr. Todd, you're here for Seminole County. Is it only Seminole County or is it? All right, that's a driving license suspended on a felony. Okay, Seminole County and bond or no bond? All right, so that's set at no bond. So we'll temporarily appoint the public defender to help you until you're transferred to Seminole County.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, your name?
Louise Bortugno.
Okay, you're here, it looks like for an on-view violation of probation.
Can I say something, sir? I had 60 days left.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, says you're on probation and they said you committed a new offense of prostitution. I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office.
Have a moment to confer, Your Honor.
Yes. And there's no bond on this?
Your Honor, may our client be heard?
Sure.
I was wondering if, because does it show like how many days that I have left on probation? I believe it was 60. And I was wondering if I can have that revoked and just do the jail time, the 60 days in jail, or?
You'll have to see the judge that placed you on that probation.
Does it show how many days, how long do I have left on there?
No.
Okay, I believe it was 60 though.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Okay, so we'll appoint the public defender at this point.
Thank you.
That's no bond.
When I call this number, I'm in jail, so. I have a public defender will send me a letter. Okay. Okay, all right. Do I know who my attorney is yet?
It should be assigned to you.
Okay, I'll get it. Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, that was set at none, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, your name?
Travis Hill.
Okay, you want the public defender appointed?
Sir.
You want the public defender appointed? Okay, we'll appoint that office. This is 2017 CF 10849AO. This is a violation of community control, and that's no bond. Division 16. All right, what is your name?
Gary Johnson?
Violation of probation. You want the public defender appointed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is at no bond. All right, that'll stay no bond at this time. Okay, we have some 33-day motions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, unless I state otherwise, I think there's at least one in here I've got an issue with, but. Okay. We'll just go ahead and appoint the public defender on all cases too, unless we state otherwise. All right, what is your name?
Eddie Gotchi.
Public defender is appointed as a disorderly conduct charge.
Your Honor, I've been authorized on the city's behalf to offer a withhold and credit time served.
Your Honor, I went over that offer with Mr. Gashi, and we decided to pursue this with the public defender. I would just request ROR on this charge.
Your Honor, state would object to ROR, given he has a fairly lengthy out-of-state conviction history as well as arrest history of multiple violent offenses.
Yes, I'm going to stay the bond at $250.
Your Honor, he was arrested for panhandling. He's been unemployed. I don't know if he'd be able to get out on a $250 bond. That's why we requested ROR, Your Honor.
Based on his history, I think the 250 is appropriate.
Just a moment to confer, Your Honor.
Okay, Anthony Epps is next. All right, Mr. Epps, you have a,
Judge, before I start, do I get a chance to talk to my private attorney, my public defender before I start? Because I got something to tell you that's very important.
well, this is just a failure to appear. Judge issued no bond, so we'll appoint the public defender.
Yeah, that's what I want to tell you. All right, Ms. Ford is next. Alicia Ford. It's criminal mischief, possession of drug paraphernalia, Division 19. And this is 2021 CF 14812AO. Bonds are 1,000 and 500. Okay.
Your Honor, state we just asked for a no return to 3508 South Orange Blossom Trail.
Okay, no return to that location.
Yes, sir.
Next one's an interpreter.
Good morning. This is Dalia Romero, Spanish interpreter on the line, already sworn in today.
Okay, it's Judge Shoemaker, and we're on 2021 MM 172AA. Lopez Sanchez.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Public defenders appointed. This is a failure to appear. Bond was $1,000.
Taquanda Davis is medical.
Your Honor, I believe we don't have any more Spanish cases.
You're what?
I don't believe there's any more Spanish cases for the interpreter.
More Spanish? Okay, thank you, interpreter.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're welcome.
I would have left her on there all day if you hadn't told me.
Davis was medical.
All right, so on Davis, it's a public defender case, a suspended license charge.
Your Honor, we'll waive the appearance and enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay,
Division 61, pretrial conference is February 7th, 1:30 p.m., courtroom 6B.
all right, what's your name?
Tabitha Bozars.
Okay, this is the 2021 MM 8100AO. Charge of battery. There's a $500 bond. You have no contact with the victim. And then you're out on bond.
A moment to confer, Your Honor, as to the en banc. Your Honor, as to the out on bond case, can we be heard on that? She is a week away from completing that pretrial diversion program. She just needs to turn in some paperwork. Her bondsman was also aware of that near completion. I would just have you take no action on the out on bond case as she's so close to completing the pretrial diversion program.
State have a position?
Your Honor. One second. As part of PTD is a requirement that she completes both the class as well as pay the court fees. I understand counsel just said that she is potentially turning in the class forms, saying that she completed it. However, she does still have a balance with the clerk's office.
Pay it when I go in on the 30th. Or I pay it before, I don't know, I've never.
Yeah, state will leave it within Your Honor's discretion.
But can someone tell me if I pay it the 100 before, or can I pay it when I go to see her on the 30th?
She does have a pretty short history. However, she does have 3 prior failures to appear.
Right. It says she
But I've been going.
I'll leave it within Your Honor's discretion.
walked up and punched somebody in their face.
Yep.
I'm going to revoke that release on the 21 mm 8100.
So
Wait, that's the wrong case number. The
please, I'm so
2021
sorry.
CF 1010AO. And what was that bond?
It was set. It appears it was 1,000 and 150, I believe.
I'm going to double those bonds.
So I mean, how much is that?
I think it was 500 and 100 the last time.
Is it lowered? Okay.
Okay.
500 and 100. So you want to double it?
Yes. Double the bond.
Okay. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Your name?
Jacqueline Johnson Sule.
All right, you have a battery charge, public defender is appointed, there's a bond of $500, no contact with the victim. Division 63.
Call us right away.
All right, what's your name? Your name?
Raphael Lamberty.
All right, we'll appoint the public defender. This is a conspiracy to commit grand theft. Bond is set at $500. And I'm going to order you not to return to any of the Home Depot stores. No return to Home Depot.
Your Honor, state would also request no contact with victims, witnesses, or co-defendants.
Yes, no contact with victims, witnesses, or the co-defendants. 0 contact. Public defender is appointed, Division 62, it says. Okay. Your name?
Timothy Dwayne Lyman.
All right, you have a new charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. Bond is set at $500.
Your Honor, state did convey an offer on both cases.
And disorderly conduct?
Yes, Your Honor. On the disorderly conduct, as it is a municipal ordinance case, the state has been authorized on the city's behalf to offer a withhold credit time served. And as to the drug paraphernalia, state would announce a no information in exchange for the plea for the disorderly.
Your Honor, I did get a chance to go over the terms of that offer with Mr. Lyman. I believe he wishes to resolve today.
All right. Is there a plea form signed or?
He hasn't signed it yet. Usually, if you would like, you can swear him in and ask him if he understands all the rights. I did give him a plea form to review, so I believe he has read through and
Okay.
understands the rights to be waived and the terms of entering a plea, whether it comes to probation or citizenship issues. And I believe he wishes to enter a plea of no contest.
All right, Mr. Lyman, is that what you want to do today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you need to raise your right hand to be sworn in.
You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your full name?
Timothy Dwayne Lyman.
All right. So you have a charge of disorderly conduct. It's from November the 16th. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Have you had enough time to discuss everything with the public defender's office?
Yes, sir.
And there's a plea form there that covers all of your rights and the rights you're waiving or giving up by pleading guilty or no contest. Did you understand everything on the form?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, then your disorderly charge, what is your plea? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right, I'll accept your plea. There's a factual basis in the arrest affidavit. I will follow your agreement, withhold adjudication. He has credit for 2 days. Time served. You'll have court costs to pay. And you'll need to pay that within 120 days or report to the clerk's collection program.
Yes, Your Honor. And in regards to 21 MM 8097, state announces a no info, and I've already followed that up with the clerk.
Okay. And he has cases out on bond, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you're requesting no action on that then, Stacey?
Yes, Your Honor, due to him taking a plea.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right, your name?
Thomas Pindell, sir.
All right, you're here on the
Good morning.
conspiracy to commit grand theft, 3rd degree. Public defender will be appointed. Bond's $500. We're going to order you not to return to any of the Home Depots. Have no contact with the co-defendants, victims, or witnesses.
Good morning.
Hello, what's your name?
Gary Patel.
Okay, this is 2021 MM 5548A, Division 80, Trespass in an Occupied Structure. Public defender is appointed. Is this applicable today, or bonds 500?
Your Honor, state didn't convey an offer at this time. The defendant pled to a trespass at the same exact location on 11/11. Part of that plea was a no return to this area. There's no offer at this time.
We're going to order you not to return to this area if you bond out.
Your Honor, may we request a $100 bond?
You can, but I'm going to leave it as is based on same offense. What is your name? All right, Division 82, you have failures to appear. Bond is set at $250 and $750. We'll appoint the public defender if they're not already appointed. What is your name? Your name? Your name?
Sonia Reyes. Sonia Bernice Reyes.
Okay, you have a failure to appear, bond set at $1,000. Appoint the public defender if there's not already an attorney. Then there's an ROR, she's out on trespass.
Your Honor, state's requesting no action at this time, due to
Okay.
it being a failure
No
to
action.
appear.
Okay, Larry Edwards is next. Larry Edwards Jr. So 2021 MO 1327 AW, possession of open container of alcohol.
Your Honor,
Yes.
can I be heard as to probable cause on that?
Okay.
I believe the ordinance only covers public property, and according to the facts in the arrest affidavit, you may have been in a parking lot at a private business. So I don't know if the ordinance would extend to a private parking lot. Within your discretion, I wouldn't have you find PC on that charge and just request ROR.
State anything?
Your Honor, I believe it's still within city property. It says it was, and then the approximate address of that address. Law enforcement said it was on city property, and he was in possession of a Limerita, which is the element the state needs to prove for an open container. So state contends that there's enough for
I
PC.
think there's enough there. Bond is 250, it's not applicable.
It is, Your Honor. I don't know if he wants.
We would, just a moment, Your Honor, I believe we wish to resolve, but I just want to confirm.
As it was a city case, I've been authorized on the city's behalf to offer withhold credit time served. The defendant would like to take it.
Your Honor, I did convey the state's offer to Mr. Edwards prior to court. I told him I was going to make a PC argument, but then still confided that he would still be open to entering a no contest plea. I did give him a plea form to review as well, so I believe he understands the rights to be waived and the issues of, or the results of entering a plea, whether it be probationary or citizenship. I believe he wishes to enter a no contest plea today.
And what is the agreement?
Withhold credit time served, Your Honor.
It's 2 days.
2 days, correct.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Larry.
Full name?
Larry Edwards.
Junior?
Yeah.
All right, so you have the open container of alcohol charge. You understand the charge? Got to speak up.
Yes.
Okay. And this is the 21 MO 1327. Have you had enough time to discuss everything with your attorney? You got to say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, we're being recorded and it's hard to understand what that is if we have to listen to it later. All right, and you've signed a plea form. Did you understand everything on the plea form?
Yes.
Okay, then to your charge of open container, what is your plea? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
The factual basis in the arrest affidavit, I will accept the plea, withhold adjudication, credit for 2 days. You have court costs to pay. You have 120 days to pay that in full. If not, report to the clerk's collection program.
Okay.
Ah, she bonded. That's the one I had an issue with PC. Oh, well. Maybe I just didn't have all the documents. I don't know.
You okay?
All right, what is your name?
Isaac Maldonado Cabret.
I was born April 26, 1947.
Okay, you're here on a disorderly conduct charge. It says you're out on ROR on a possession of cocaine.
Yes, Your Honor, state did convey an offer on the disorderly of a withhold credit time served on behalf of the city. In exchange for that plea, state would ask that you take no action on his out on bond, as state also has not filed on that case yet.
Okay.
Your Honor, I did have a chance to speak with Mr. Cabre about the state's offer, as well as handed him a plea form to review. We went over the rights and the issues in entering a plea, whether it be probationary or citizenship-wise. I believe he wishes to enter a no contest plea today.
All right, this is 2021 MO 13308W, it looks like. All right, so do you understand the charge of disorderly conduct?
Yes, sir.
Have you had enough time to discuss everything with the public defender's office?
Yes, sir.
All right, there's a plea form there that covers all of your rights. Did you read and understand everything?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
And what is your plea to the charge? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right, I'll accept your plea. Again, there's a factual basis in the arrest affidavit. We'll withhold adjudication. 2 days in the county jail with credit for 2 days. You'll have court costs to pay. We'll take no action on the other charge, and you have 120 days to pay, if not, report to the clerk's collection program.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, could he have a year to pay those court costs instead of 60 or 120?
120, it just reports to the clerk's collection program if he doesn't pay them.
Sure. Thank you, Your Honor.
Sean King. Mr. King, this is 2019 CT 750AE, Division 82. As a failure to appear, your bond was set at $500.
Your Honor, state did convey an offer if Mr. King would like to accept it of a withhold credit time served. It appears he has no other history.
Your Honor, I did go over the state's offer with Mr. King, as I stated before. I also convey that with a plea form for Mr. King to review. I believe he wishes to resolve the case today.
I don't have a factual basis for it. Does the state have one?
Yes, Your Honor, I can provide one.
So what is your full name? All right. And you're charged with, I believe it's a no valid driver's license. Is that correct, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to discuss everything with the public defender's office? All right. There's a plea form there that covers all of your rights. Did you read and understand everything on the form? Do you have any questions? And what is your plea to the charge? All right, I'll accept the plea. Is our factual basis, State?
Your Honor, on or about June 18th of 2019, Mr. King was operating a vehicle at 7630 Orange Blossom Trail at Ziegler Road. All events occurred in Orange County, Florida. At the time, he did not have a valid driver's license.
All right, I'll accept your plea. Withhold adjudication. You have credit for 2 days in the county jail. Your court costs are due paid within 120 days. If not, report to the clerk's collection program.
I'm so sorry, Your Honor. He has 3 days.
3 days. Okay, 3 days credit.
Your Honor, were we appointed in that case?
No.
Order to your honor over here. She said no. Got 2 judges.
One sitting next to Your Honor.
The
Madam
real
Clerk, thank you.
All right. Your name? Your name? All right, you have a failure to appear, Division 85. There's a $500 bond set. Do you need a public defender on that charge, or do you already have one, or?
Yes, I have one.
What?
I have one.
You already have one?
Public defender.
Okay, we'll appoint one in case you don't. All right, anything else on that one?
No,
Nope.
Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Your name?
Jeremy Satterfield.
Okay, let's see. Looks like you're out on bond on a DUI case, and you have another charge now of DUI.
The one charge,
Driving while, hold on, driving while license suspended, refusal to submit to breath test. We'll appoint the public defender's office. So talk to them before you say anything.
yes, sir.
Moment to confer, Your Honor.
This is 21 CT 1049, 1050, 1051. They're all AAs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so on the new cases, the bonds were set at 100, 100, and 500. On the DUI, you're out on bond. That will go to no bond at this time.
Your Honor, would you consider revoking and doubling that as he is
No,
ending? Okay.
not when he's out on bond on DUI and gets another one. He's going to hurt somebody and or himself. That bond will be revoked and go to no bond until you see the judge in that division.
Bishop bonded, Your Honor.
Bishop bonded, okay.
Jason Fernando is medical.
He's medical. So we'll appoint the public defender.
Waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay. And it's new charge of methamphetamines, bonds of $1,000, Division 10. And then state she's out on a suspended license charge, subsequent offender.
Your Honor, state would ask that you revoke at this time.
You'd want?
State would ask that you revoke, and if you're otherwise inclined, revoke and double.
Revoke and double it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will do that. Would be a $5,000 bond now, revoke the $2,500.
Cameron Chandler bonded.
He's lucky. Okay, what's your name?
Kenneth Chooks.
Mr. Chooks, let's see, Division 16, it says. Warrant was issued for failing to register as a sexual offender. And let's see, it came in as no bond, so I have to set a bond. Do you already have an attorney on that case?
No, sir.
All right, so we'll appoint the public defender's office. Bond of $2,500. That's 2021 CF 14397 AO.
Your Honor, state would just ask for the conditions of complying with all of his sex reporting requirements.
Well, yeah, he has to comply with the law like everybody else. So if you've got requirements to report, you better do it.
Sir.
Okay. Costello?
Yes, sir. My name is Michael Timothy Costello Jr.
All right. 2021 CF 14802 AO, Division 15. Possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, grand theft motor vehicle, and burglary of occupied conveyance.
It was not a motor vehicle.
Hey, hold on. I'm going to appoint the public defender.
Just a moment, Your Honor, to confer. Your Honor, may defense be heard on probable cause on charge
On which one?
on counts,
Occupied conveyance?
the occupied conveyance as well as count 3, the grand theft of motor vehicle. As to the count 4, the burglary of an occupied conveyance, I don't believe the arrest affidavit suggested that there was anybody else in
Right.
the vehicle.
That's
I would
correct.
just have you find PC for burglary of an unoccupied conveyance at that. But also, I looked through some case law as to the grand theft auto. I believe a asportation has to take place, and I believe some courts have said the slightest movement is required to justify a grand theft charge. If anything, I found PC for trespass. The affidavit wasn't clear also as to the condition of the interior of the car, even though I think one of the witnesses did state that the condition of the interior was, so maybe PC for criminal mischief, but I didn't find probable cause for a grand theft of a motor vehicle.
Anything from the state?
As he never moved, oh, excuse me.
I think is this one that said he was in there because he was cold or something?
Yes, Your Honor. I do believe that was the allegations in the affidavit. I do believe defense is correct. So state would ask that you find PC for trespass in lieu of the grand theft motor vehicle, as it seems like the keys were just placed in the ignition. There wasn't transportation. And then find PC for Berg unoccupied. I can
Unoccupied?
Yes, Your Honor. I do. There's no allegations that it was occupied. I believe that was potentially a scrivener's error by the law enforcement officer.
Right. Count 2 would be a lesser included of count 3 then, right?
Yes, Your Honor. So state would ask that you set it as a subsidiary bond instead of as currently set.
Okay, so we'll leave count 1 at $1,100. Count 2, I'm going to place an ROR on that one. And count 3, I will set a $500 bond. No return to the residence where this happened. No contact with victim. What's that?
There's a count 4.
Count 4, 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute.
Do you guys have a count 4?
I've got 3.
I have 3 too.
I've got.
Oh, there was count 1.
Oh, count 1's 2 counts. Okay. So we'll do 1,000 on count 1, 100 on count 2, and then 1,000 on count 3. No, what did I say on count 3? ROR. ROR on count 3.
And 500 on 4.
And then on the count 4, where did I put that at? That was the last one. 500, okay.
Madam Clerk, I'm getting you statutes for the PC changes.
$1,000 on count 1, 100 on count 2, ROR on count 3, and I think I put 500 on count 4.
And Madam Clerk, for count 3, the grand theft motor vehicle that we found PC for a trespass, the statute would be 810.08, trespass and conveyance, which is an M2. And in regards to the Berg unoccupied,
So do I have time to explain a second?
No, don't explain.
Okay.
I don't think you want to do that right now.
I believe it would just be 810.024B would be Berg of a conveyance.
Okay, what is your name?
Rodney Geddes.
All right, this is 21 CF 11788. Division 11, possession of cocaine with a weapon, $2,500. Attempted destruction of evidence, $2,500. Resisting an officer is $1,000. Public defenders appointed. Division 11. Your name?
Franklin Gonzalez.
All right, 2021 CT 14804 AO CF, not CT. All right, Division 19, PD's appointed at this point. Okay, the driving while license suspended says habitual offender. Bond was set at 2,500. DUI at 100. Public Defender appointed. Anything else?
Your Honor, state would ask for no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription.
Is there some history?
Your Honor, he has prior convictions for paraphernalia as well as arrests for possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver.
I'm going to leave it as stated. All right, what's your name?
Ryan Johnson.
All right, we'll appoint the public defender. And you have a grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle, Division 12, 21 CF 14801AO. That bond was set at $1,000. You're out on bond on trespassing.
Your Honor, would it be possible I could get a bond reduction for the 1,000? Because I'm not working at the moment.
Well, you still have a case you're out on bond. So you're out on ROR. I'm going to revoke that ROR. So you're going to get a bond on that of $2,500 instead of no bond.
Your Honor, in regards to conditions for the instant case that is here for today, state would ask for no contact and a no return.
Yeah, no return to the scene, no contact with the victim or witnesses. Okay, we'll appoint the public defender.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, the 21 CF 14810AO, methamphetamines, the bond is set at $1,000. Dealing in stolen property, 21 CF 14811AO, bond of $2,500. No contact with victims, witnesses. And the suspended license, 21 CT 75878W, the bond is $500. And there's a no bond out of county warrant out of Sarasota County. I'll stay no bond. PD's appointed. All right, what's your name?
My name is Tiandre Mays, sir.
Mays?
Yes, sir.
Division 12, 21 CF 2915 AW. These are failures to appear. Currently set at no bond. Public defender is appointed if you don't have a lawyer.
Public defender. I think we already appointed, Your Honor.
You're already appointed?
I believe so.
Okay.
Your Honor, I was incarcerated when they put the FTA out. There's no way that I could have came to court. I was already in here when that FTA came. And I got a job and everything. I was just saying, is this a FTA, correct? This FTA, I was incarcerated at the time when they put that out.
Your public defender will have to file a motion with the judge.
Yes, sir.
And then if that's the case, I would imagine the judge will release you or set a bond.
Yes, sir. So no bond or nothing?
I'm not changing anything at this point.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Yes, sir.
All right, what is your name?
Joaquin Melendez, sir.
All right, you have a habitual offender driving license suspended in 21 CF 14816 AW, Division 15. Bond of $2,500. Public defender is appointed. Your name?
Cecil Morris.
Morris, your failure to appear, no bond, Division 19, 21 CF 5426 AO. ED is appointed if you don't have a lawyer.
Baby, I ain't failed. I ain't.
Okay.
Okay. Can I say something?
Your name?
Patrick Mullis.
All right, you're hearing a couple charges. First one's Division 11, 2021 CF 14803AO, grand theft, third degree, bond of $2,500, no return to Home Depot, no contact with victims, witnesses, or co-defendants. PD will be appointed. And then you have a Division 10, 2021 CF 14805. AO, grand theft. Same conditions, $2,500 bond. No contact with victims or witnesses or co-defendants. And again, no return to Home Depot.
I wouldn't say anything. If you're gonna request lower bond, he's not gonna do it.
Yeah, is there any way I can get a lower bond here?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
And Your Honor, in regards to this case that's coming up for Jovenel Miles, there has been a court order for her to be released back on pretrial release. I believe it should be in the clerk's file, but I also have a copy.
What's the next one? Miles. What is your name?
Jovenel Miles.
All right. This is Division 19, 2020 CF 1185280. It's a violation of pretrial release. It was set at no bond. Judge Roach, let's see. Order to unopposed motion to release defendant on only cognizance. Let's see. Release defendant on pretrial release is hereby granted. So you're released on pretrial release, according to this?
Yes.
Okay. You'll be appointed if not already. Private lawyer?
Yes.
Kendall Ali? Mr. Ali, your attorney? Kendall Ali, your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll stay on the case. Okay, the bond. Your name? Hostel, Division 14. On the 2021 CF 14815AO, possession of meth, bond was set at $1,000. in Division 16, or 62. 21 CT 6619AO, failure to appear, there's a $500 bond. PD is appointed if you don't have a lawyer appointed or representing you.
Lisa Rivera is medical.
Okay, public defender will be appointed.
Parents, Your Honor.
Okay. Lawful possession of multiple ID cards, bonds $1,000. That's 2021 CF 1480780, Division 16. When I give it to you like that, you turn it over. When I give it to you like that, you put it the other way. I don't know what you want. Like my wife, you drive me crazy. Okay, come on up. What is your name?
Wayne Robinson, sir.
Robinson, okay, Division 19. You have 2020 CF 832280. There is a failure to appear, capious, no bond.
I came to
Okay, hold on. And then you have the 2020 CF 976280, failure to appear, no bond. Public defender will be appointed if you don't have a lawyer already, and then they can file a motion to reduce that if that's what you want.
One moment to confer, Your Honor.
All right, what's your name?
Thomas.
What is it?
Joel Thomas.
Sylvester?
Sir.
Joel Sylvester Thomas.
Joel Sylvester Thomas.
Okay. We'll appoint the public defender. You have a possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. The bond's $1,000.
Your Honor. May I be heard as to the possession of cannabis charges?
Okay.
If you read towards the end of the arrest affidavit, they did run a test. Well, first of all, Mr. Thomas does have a medical marijuana card. I know the packaging of the marijuana was in question, but when they tested using their state-issued hemp test kit, it came back negative for hemp. I would just have you consider that in determining probable cause on those charges.
Right.
Our hemp is legal in the state of Florida, which is why law enforcement tested for the hemp, meaning that the marijuana allegedly in the trunk of the defendant's car was illegal under state law. So I believe there's PC for the charge filed by the officer.
Well, I think they just test for marijuana.
Maybe they didn't have bags, I don't know. But hemp is legal, which is why he tested for it, to make sure, due to the defendant saying that he had a medical marijuana card.
Okay, I'm going to find PC, stay the bond at $1,000. And then he's out on driving a habitual offender, possession of cannabis with intent, possession of cannabis. I'm going to double those bonds. So they'll go to 5,000, 2,000, 2,000.
Your Honor, we only ended up filing on the Dwillis habitual F3 and possession over 20 in F3.
So it'll be 5,000 and 2,000. And just to make it clear, then that third one will just ROR. Just so it's clear there's nothing on the third one.
Your Honor, as to count one, Mr. Thomas is arguing that he does have a valid driver's license.
He's not charged with a dual list today.
Well, a valid. You're saying on this charge? Just a moment, Your Honor. On this. Yes, Mr. Thomas is arguing that his license was reinstated, so the charge of driving while license revoked, there's no PC.
That was an out on bond case.
Bond case.
He's
So
not
there was
seen
count
on-
one on this.
Yeah, the bondsman came off his bonds. They were endorsed, but that case still needed to be I-8, but it's really his out on bond case.
Okay. All right, thank you. Sorry for the confusion. Sorry for the confusion, Your Honor.
All right, what is your name?
Christopher Trotman.
Okay, you're assigned to Division 22, Public Defenders appointed.
Your Honor. Going to be heard on count two.
All right, this is 2021 CF 14806. Count two, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Is count two just ammunition? Or does it include the weapon and ammunition? Because I don't think the arrest affidavit had any facts that indicated that the gun had ammunition in its chambers. So if that's a separate charge for ammunition, I would have you find no PC there.
There's two charges of firearm possessions by convicted felon, state.
Your Honor, state has no objection to an ROR as to count two. I do believe the officer meant he charged it as ammunition, not as a second firearm. However, he doesn't allege within the affidavit that the weapon had any ammunition in it or with any other ammunition within the vehicle. We just asked for an ROR as to count two.
Okay, so we'll just ROR on count two. And then we have possession of cannabis with a weapon. That bond is 15,000. Possession of drug paraphernalia, 100. Possession of firearm by convicted felon, count one, has a $4,000 bond. PD's appointed.
Your Honor, state would ask for no weapons, firearms, and no drugs or alcohol.
Weapons or firearms, obviously. Or illegal drugs. Okay, what's your name?
Travis Urbana.
Okay. Do you need a public defender appointed today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll appoint that office. All right, Division 19, the 2021 CF 14541AO is aggravated battery with a firearm.
Your Honor, state would ask that you set a higher bond than what is currently on the warrant at $3,500. In the warrant, it is alleged that the victim and the defendant the victim was sucker punched and then they began to wrestle. It was broken up. The defendant went back to his car, retrieved a pistol, and fired 2 rounds at the victim, striking him in the left arm and the left leg. The defendant then fled the scene and the victim was transported to the hospital. Also, in the defendant's history, he is a convicted felon, should not be in charge or in possession of a firearm in general. He does have prior convictions for possessing a firearm and ammunition by a convicted felon, as well as discharging a firearm in public. So state would ask for a higher bond than the $3,500 that originally came in on the warrant, given the allegations and his history.
In addition, he's out on bond.
Yes, Your Honor, state is asking that you revoke those as well.
Right. So he's out on bond in the 2021 CT 172AA. That will go to no bond. The same for the 2021 CT 173AA. That will be revoked and go to no bond. And the same as the 21 CT 174AA, revoked and go to no bond. And then on the new firearm charge, does the defense want to be heard on that?
Your Honor, the warrant came in at $3,500. I assume the judge that signed that warrant found that a reasonable bond. I would just have you stay that bond.
Based on his history, I'm going to set that bond at $50,000, no contact with the victim.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your name?
Darius Williams.
Okay, Mr. Williams, Division 11, it looks like, 2021 CF 14791AO. You have public defender appointed and possession of a firearm by convicted felon, 2 counts. Possession of a concealed weapon and possession of a firearm, and then possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, possession of cannabis with intent to sell, and possession of cannabis over 20 grams. Bonds are $5,000, $150, $150, $150, and $150.
Our state would just ask for no weapons, firearms, or ammunition.
Your Honor, for our client, could you repeat the bond amounts, please?
Came in at $5,000, $150, $150, $150, and $150. Not to possess any weapons or firearms.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He's what? He refused.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we'll appoint the public defender.
We'll waive the appearance for today, Your Honor.